across the south coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Solent Sports News. It's 3 o'clock and I'm Kyle Fall. Gary Lineker will return to present sport on the BBC this weekend. This is just days after the presenter was taken off air due to comments online about the government's policies. The BBC has announced this morning of a review for their social media guidelines. BBC's Director General Tim Davie gave an explanation for why Lineker was taken off air.
I think it was a very big moment in terms of us saying we have to take stock here, we have to take action. We did take action, which we thought was proportionate. And as the BBC, we believe we did the right thing. I think I did the right thing.
However, former head of the BBC, Roger Mosey, felt it was over the top to suspend Gary Lineker.
But then I think the BBC managed to shoot itself in the foot by suspending Gary, which then meant actually that they were more at risk by looking like they were giving into a culture war lynch mob than if they had simply said to Gary, why don't you keep doing the programme and we'll have some longer term discussions about the way forward.
Southampton defender Carl Walker-Peters received racist abuse online after their match yesterday against Manchester United. Today, the club issued a statement asking for more action from social media platforms to prevent the club from repeating themselves in the future. The club said they are disgusted and disappointed in the behaviour of those online. The Athletic's Jacob Tanswell thinks that Southampton are right to take action.
Unfortunately, these type of events seem to occur for a lot of black players at the moment. And Carl Walker-Peters did nothing wrong. All we did was make a really good slide tackle on Garnacho, and Garnacho came off worse for it. So yeah, it's really, really poor. And Southampton are well within their rights to be so strong and damning about it.
Southampton will face high-flying Brentford on Wednesday after their 0-0 draw versus Manchester United. This leaves the Saints bottom of the Premier League on 22 points. A win for the Saints against the Bees would see them jump out of the relegation zone. Manager Ruben Selles had mixed feelings about the draw.
We talk about coming here and winning the game and do our best to win the game, and that's what we did. So we are not happy with the point, but we are really happy with the performance that we put in the pitch and the way that we show the character.
Southampton women also drew 0-0 in their match yesterday at St Mary's. Saints women were held to a goalless draw by struggling Blackburn Rovers. This leaves Southampton third in the table on 26 points, with a home fixture versus 8th place Durham, where the reverse fixture this season was another 0-0. Premier League-bound Burnley have been placed under a transfer embargo by the EFL. In the studio now with me is our reporter Harry. Harry, the statement was posted yesterday. Is there any updates for today?
Well, yes, Carl. Burnley released a statement today saying that the club have been placed under a transfer embargo by the Football League. The reason for the sanction was that they submitted their accounts late and therefore didn't fall under the rules of the financial fair play system. The club has said that they expect that the EFL will have no issues with the accounts now that they are submitted, and that they also expect the issue to be resolved relatively quickly. Vincent Kompany's side currently sit 13 points clear at the top of the championship, with 80 points from 36 games, and have also made it to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. They will certainly be hoping that the confusion today will not affect the final stretch of their promotion push. But it's also worth thinking about if the Clarets are to go up with their transfers restricted, it could make life in the Premier League rather tricky.
Thank you, Harry. Promotion hopes are still alive for Eastleigh after winning at the weekend. This result puts them into the playoff places in 5th and 27 points behind their next opponents, Notts County. This is a crucial match in the Spitfires' promotion hopes, as finishing 2nd or 3rd gives them a bye into the semi-final of the playoffs. England Rugby suffered their biggest home defeat in Six Nations history. To tell us more about what happened at Twickenham, I have Neil in the studio with me now. So Neil, a disappointing loss for the Lions. What did you think?
Hello Kyle, yes, definitely disappointing to say the least, as England were humiliated by defending champions France, as it was their heaviest home defeat. The French do keep their title defence hopes alive after this landmark win. Victory with the full quota of 5 points means France will take the title race into the final weekend, regardless of Scotland's result on Sunday. Meanwhile, England's title challenge is over in humiliating fashion, and it means that this is for the first time in the Six Nations campaign history where England have lost 2 home matches. England face Ireland this Saturday in Dublin. Head coach Steve Brothwick felt his side needed improvement.
We wanted to understand exactly how the development of this team has gone, where we're at in comparison to the best teams in the world. And we found it against the second best team in the world. We fell considerably short. That's the reality. Now our job is to make sure that we can learn faster, improve faster than any other team.
On to cricket, and England could potentially get whitewashed. Tomorrow they'll play Bangladesh in the final T20 match of the series, after losing yesterday by 4 wickets and were all out for 117 runs. That's all for now. We'll see you in an hour. Goodbye.